Hi, everyone, and welcome to We Are ACEDS Live, where we talk with industry leaders and experts about all things e-discovery. We are joined today by Kiwi Camara, CEO, and Kat Casey, Chief Innovation Officer from Disco. Disco is a cloud-based e-discovery software company headquartered in Austin, Texas. For those who don't know, Kat and Kiwi, welcome to We Are ACEDS on LinkedIn Live.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, I got a bunch of things.
Introduction video is very disco.
Oh, yes. We can imagine people dancing while they're waiting for it to come on. But again, just our imagination. I've got a bunch of things to ask you guys about. But first off, tell me how things are going at Disco. How is your 2020? Are we ever going to see each other again? And any predictions for 2021? Because we're coming to the end of this one.
You know, I think it's been a rough year for everyone, and we got off obviously to a rocky few months when COVID first hit. But I've been really proud of how the team and our customers have adapted to the new normal. You know, we've moved to work from anywhere. Our managed review operations have moved entirely to work from anywhere. And so really we had two kind of flattish months, and then things started picking up. And we've really noticed a big acceleration in Q4. I think people have gotten through a lot of the transition and now are really in 2021 planning mode. And as you pointed out, Mike, one of our big parts of our offering is the fact that it is a centralized cloud solution. And so we've been seeing some tailwinds as people move to cloud for both security and control reasons and work from anywhere reasons.
Yeah, sure. It's got to make things a lot easier to be cloud-based, and the work from anywhere is just, I mean, look, we're all doing it, right? It's just a fact of life right now. Any predictions going into 2021? Either of you?
Yeah.
You know, I think we're not through this yet. You know, there's going to be a continuation and an extension of the work from home. And so my anticipation is the people that have held out on making a transition to work from anywhere on a longer term basis are going to have to start considering it. And I think those of us that already were equipped and weren't scrambling to meet the evolving needs of people are going to continue to see success. And, you know, I'm optimistic. We're a really resilient industry, a resilient group of people that will continue to find innovative ways to meet the world where it is.
Awesome. All right, so backing up a little bit to September, I became aware, Kat and I touched base on this, that Disco was named to the Forbes Cloud 100 list. For those who are not familiar, the Cloud 100 list is Forbes' annual ranking of the world's top private cloud companies based on, among other things, growth and sales and valuation. What does it mean to you, Kiwi, that Disco was named to the Cloud 100?
Well, we're very excited about the recognition. I think it's really a testament to two things: the work the team has put in to get us to this point, but also the growing market adoption in legal of both legal tech and specifically the cloud. If you look at that list, right, I think last year there were no legal tech companies on it. This year there are two. Us and ACEDS were the only e-discovery company on the list. But I think you're going to see over the next few years that number of legal tech companies continue to grow. It's really been, Mike, one of our basic beliefs about the space. Legal is a function that every big company has, right? Like sales or marketing or finance, but it doesn't really have a software company or a software system of record that supports the legal function. And so it's very much our aspiration. I think it's what's getting investors and outsiders excited about both Disco and the space. And we were really pleased to see that recognition from the Forbes 100 list.
In my mind, legal's back at the big boy table. I think a lot of people thought of legal as, oh, it's going to be behind, you know, it's not going to be as cutting edge, it's not going to be as innovative. And like for me personally, it's thrilling to see that not only have we caught up, but now we're starting to lead the charge to better, more innovative solutions in an industry that was kind of okay saying, oh, of course it's not as good as my clients have. And it's an exciting time to be part of that shift.
It's interesting, Mike, you know, legal for a long time had this reputation as a bad place to invest because there were no, big billion-dollar outcomes that you could go point to. And it also had this reputation that lawyers are just kind of afraid of technology. But I think neither of those things is really true, right? If you look at lawyers, you walk through the parking garage of a law firm, everybody has Teslas, right? You look in their pockets, they have iPhones. They're not afraid of technology. What it is that for software that we use in our practices, we have a very high bar that it really be designed to work the way we work, right? And so it's been very hard for companies coming from outside of legal to really understand the way lawyers think and work and to build products that meet that bar and deliver an experience that feels magical for lawyers. But when someone does that, lawyers are actually very quick to adopt, right? Westlaw and Lexis, those are SaaS products from the 90s, right? They're some of the earliest SaaS products in really any horizontal or vertical. So we think it's the code that people are cracking now is how do we build products that lawyers love, right? That's the key to building a really big legal tech company, we think.
Yeah, and I've always been of the opinion that it's not that lawyers are not willing to work. Well, first of all, if you look at the world, lawyers are everywhere, right? They're involved in everything, government, corporate. There's not too much that lawyers don't touch. And you combine that with the sort of financial growth that we've seen in the space. I read a report the other day that 9 or 10% compound annual growth, and EDiscovery software and services is going to exceed $20 billion in a year or two. That's pretty amazing growth in and of itself. But what about this notion that, because I always go back to lawyers are just slow to adopt. Is that a truism, or is it just, is it the investing piece, or is it the adoption piece? That's what I'm asking.
I don't think it's either. I think the reason why legal has that reputation is because lawyers have a very high product bar, right? They require products to solve their complete problem. They require them to be kind of easy and intuitive. Or historically, instead of adopting the technology, they've been willing to hurl armies of associates, paralegals, and so on at the problem. It's not that lawyers are afraid of technology, right? It's that you have to be willing to make the level of R&D and product investment that's required to hit the bar. But when you do hit the bar, the reactions you get from lawyers are, "Where have you been all my life? This is amazing," right? Lawyers are very excited to go adopt technology when the technology is great.
Yeah, no, that's true too. All right, so I noticed even just yesterday, DISCO was recognized for yet another award, Deloitte Fast 500 company. What's that about, Kat?
Well, we're one of the fastest 500 fastest growing technology companies in the U.S. and second year in a row. It's I think a testament to the great underlying tech and how excited people are about what we're doing, which is kind of a different approach to legal technology. And I think it says a lot that, despite COVID, despite lockdown, despite, a bumpy Q1, we were able to still be among the elite across the U.S. in the tech industry. So,
yeah, that's awesome. Anything to add there, Kiwi?
No, I think Kat nailed it. We're really focused, Mike, right now on growth. We think we've got a set of products and offerings that people love. We've got a great base, more than 700 clients now who've doubled down on DISCO. And so for us, the focus is very much, how do we introduce more people to the platform and just double down on the things we've been doing that are working.
So that's a perfect segue, if you will, in broadcasting world. Everyone gets excited about in the e-discovery space when there's a new merger or a new round of financing. DISCO recently announced an additional $60 million in private equity investment, bringing the total investment in the company up to $195 million and kicking the company valuation up. Well, first of all, let me say this before anything. When we do get back together, someone other than me is buying drinks, given the amount of money you have. Let's just be clear about that. But tell me a little bit about what you're planning to do with all this great money. I'm curious to see what more you can build into the product that we haven't seen yet.
Well, as you pointed out, Mike, we're going to invest really across all areas of the business. Probably the biggest area of investment this time around actually is go-to-market. So you're going to see us invest heavily in, more than doubling the size of the U.S. Go-to-market organization over the next year. We're going to double down in Europe. So Europe, we've had 3x growth over the past year despite COVID with a team of just 5 people. So we're going to go scale that out in a big way. We launched Canada the month before COVID, but we've had some nice uptick there, so we're going to go double down there, and we're also going to scale out. One thing that's unique about Disco as a software company is that we're not just a software company, right? We also have the full range of professional services and an amazing AI-powered managed review offering that I think sets us apart from a lot of the pure play software providers in the space. And so those businesses have been a hit. Our managed review business, it's an 8-figure business growing 5x year over year.
Right.
We're going to continue doubling down on that. And so you'll see a lot of investment there, right? Just really the company getting to mature scale. On the R&D side, lots of exciting things to come. You'll see us continue investing in what we call our AI and analytics suite, right? So features like Disco AI, Cross Matter AI, out-of-the-box models, our automatic topic clustering, search visualization. What we're really trying to pursue is this idea that it's a much better experience if AI and analytics are fully integrated into the review platform. Right, so no plugins, no third-party tools. It's one seamless experience that feels intuitive to the case team. So that's a big area of investment. Another is data management. So we've got larger and larger institutional clients who want things like ECA, Cross Matter Vault, all that to be deeply integrated into the product. And so you'll see us invest there. And then also modern data types, right? Things like Slack, Bloomberg. Of course, we support all those things in the platform today, but we think there's an opportunity to really leapfrog the market in terms of how easy it is to go explore and work with those kinds of data. And then our new product, Case Builder.
Sounds like an exciting time. I'm going to get to Case Builder in a minute, but it sounds like an exciting time. I guess my question is, I guess a lot of people don't think of a SaaS-based product as offering sort of those professional services. Kat, can you unpack that a little bit? What should our listeners know about the professional services that are available?
Well, I think there was kind of a false dichotomy in legal tech for a while, where either you went to a software company and had kind of cruddy service, or you went to a service company but they weren't innovating or building their own proprietary tech. We see that as a blue ocean, right? We're building the people teams that you need to be able to effectively utilize our tech. So if you want to use your own review team, awesome. If you want to use our review team and get 60% reduction in cost, awesome. If you want to do everything through the front end because all of our UI is completely, there is no back end, you don't need a sysadmin, anyone can use it, that's great. If you want bespoke workflows, TAR experts, project management, advanced EDiscovery consulting, we have that too. Our thought is we kind of want to be the Salesforce for law. Everyone going in and using our technology across all different ways. And in order to do that, we need to meet people where their comfort level is. Maybe you're a small firm. Maybe you're a big firm like JPMC with 50 EDiscovery people, you don't need our help. Maybe you're somewhere in the middle, and we want to offer all the flavors that you need to be able to get the most out of Disco.
That's awesome. Like I said, it sounds like an exciting time there. So let's talk a little bit. I was poking around. I knew we were having this interview today, so I was poking around a little bit late last night on the website, and I was struck by this little new label that's on one of the menu items on the website. And if you hover over the Case Builder menu item, you'll see that little new label. Tell me a little bit about Case Builder. What is it? It sounds like it's new, so let's enlighten the audience. What's new about Case Builder?
Well, Mike, it launched in February at Legal Tech, so we're a little bit like that restaurant that keeps the grand opening sign up for a year.
No customers inside, only on the sidewalk.
Yeah, it's new to the market, and really, when I started Disco, our goal was not actually to build a big e-discovery company. It was really to take this idea of combining a real understanding of how lawyers work with a willingness to invest in valley-grade engineering and apply that across all the things that lawyers do. And so Case Builder is our first step beyond e-discovery and managed review. And what it's meant to be is an end-to-end platform for managing litigation and disputes. So everything from witnesses to chronologies to proof tables to exhibits to graphical timelines to outlines for motions to a master file for correspondence, settlement offers, filings, really everything that lawyers touch on a daily basis. Could we give them a cloud system of record to handle all that? Again, very similar to what Salesforce does for salespeople. So that's the goal. And what we launched first was a really great deposition management tool that's tightly integrated with the EDiscovery platform. So you use Disco today to deal with documents, you use Case Builder today to deal with depositions of witnesses, and we'll be continuing to expand that platform over time.
That's awesome. Congrats on the new product. Sorry it took so long to roll it out to get people using it. One more thing I wanted to touch on, because actually we're partnering in a sort of offhand way. One of the things we're launching here at ACEDS is this EDiscovery Technical Certificate Program, and we're partnered with an organization called NSLT and Disco and Kat. I know we brought in Disco to do some of these sort of animated simulations that will expose students to the product. I'm really excited about launching it. How did you feel about that experience?
It's something I've been passionate about. That's kind of why I'm always out, writing and speaking and trying to educate. And so it's been really exciting to work with NSLT to get students who are now in a remote education, to get them a way to practically touch this technology that's going to be such a central part, certainly of their first couple of years as an associate. And I think that the tech-savvy lawyers are the ones who are going to be dominant in the future. And so it's a way for us to practically be involved in a way to get these, young or not so young students access to technology that is going to empower them to be stickier, more relevant, more able to have control of their career as they go forward. And NSLT we're working with on the law school side, and then of course with the ed tech certification with ACEDS. And I've always been a big fan. I think I was one of the beta testers back like 8-9 years ago for one of the earliest ACEDS tests. And I'm really passionate that, we need to have resources that are more than just what folks get at law school, because that doesn't always give them the modern tools they're going to be using to be successful.
Well, we're all about education over here, so we're happy to have you on board and thrilled to be rolling that out. We'll be making some announcements about that soon. All right, we're coming close to time here, but anything else new, more broadly that you'd like to share with the audience today? Kiwi?
Well, maybe just to piggyback on that education point, it's a big area of focus for us too. And we've got a program called Disco University that works with a bunch of law schools and actually some undergraduate programs around the country to go expose them to this technology. So we're very thrilled to partner with you on that and continue to kind of spread the good word.
Awesome.
It bleeds into something I was talking with your colleague Maribel about. Disco's got a real DNA for giving back. We started a whole organization, and by we I mean Kiwi and Kent, because it predates me, but Disco Cares, where we have all of these different organizations where we're giving back thousands of hours and tens of thousands of dollars to help our community, to help the legal industry, and to pay forward the great success we've had.
Yeah, I want to remind everybody, Giving Tuesday is coming, so get out your checkbooks. Everybody, I'm a big fan of charity as well, and I run a nonprofit, and ACEDS tries to do what we can, but that's it. All right, I think that's time for us. Thank you so much to both of you for joining us. Thanks for sharing some of the innovation that's going on at Disco. I want to wish you both a great rest of the year, and listen, more promises in 2020. I hope, just in 2021, sorry. I hope we come out of this and we're not all sort of afraid to hold hands and shake hands and hug each other.
Thanks so much for hosting us, Mike, and I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy to do it. Take care. Thanks to both of you.
Bye-bye.